In this tutorial video, I'm going to discuss with you about form filling. So our topic is form filling, and this information is for students who are doing core English ordinary level. Students who are doing core English ordinary level are required to complete the form during examinations. So I'm sharing some few points with you that must be taken into consideration, that you need to be able to at least use to have an idea on how to complete the form. So the first thing is when it comes to form filling, you must read the information that you are given and use the information to complete the form. Do not use your personal information, but use the information that you are given to complete the form. Another point, when you are writing an email address, make sure that the email address must be written in small letters with no spaces in between, and do not put a full stop at the end. For example, in this case, our email address ztcr06@gmail.com. The email address is written in small letter and there is no full stop at the end. Another point, use the first person pronoun I when you are asked to explain something, not third persons like he or she. For example, write a sentence explaining why you would like to enter the competition. So you don't have to make use of he or she to explain, but make use of I. We know that you are completing this form on someone else's behalf, but you are in that particular person's shoes when you are completing this form. That's why you must make use of I. Apart from that one, when it comes to instructions, if the instruction says delete as appropriate, that means you need to delete the wrong choice and leave the correct one. Example, do you eat food? Please delete as appropriate. In this case, I have deleted no. That means I eat food. The one that I have deleted is a wrong choice. The one that I have left out is the correct choice. That means this is my answer to the question. So if the instruction says tick, you need to tick. If the instruction says underline, you need to underline. So there's a difference between underlining and deleting. When you underline, that means you draw a line under the word or under a sentence. But when you delete, it means you draw a line across the word or across the sentence that you are given. So it's very much important that you adhere to the instructions, whether you are required to tick, to underline, to cycle, to shade, or even to cross. Use block letter or capital letter. So when you're asked to use a block letter or you're asked to use capital letter, make use of capital letters or block letter to complete the form. So there is a slight difference between block letter and capital letters. For example, in this case, school. Block letter, school has a space. There is a space between each of the letters. But when it comes to capital letters, there is no space between each letter. So that's the difference. Block letters, there are spaces between each of the letters. Capital letters, there are no spaces between the letters. So it's very much important that you understand the instructions and adhere to the instructions. Apart from that one, I would like you to let's look at this form. First of all, you are given the information. This is now the information that we are given. Exercise 2, question 20. This is the information that we are given, and then the instruction says, you are Peter. Complete the form on the opposite page using the information above. Which information? This is now the information that we are given. Whose information is this? This is Peter's information. So you need to make use of this information to complete the form. Now let's look at this form. Please complete this section in capital letters except the email address. So we have section A, section B, and the last one is section C. Now section A, you are required to write the full name. Whose full name? Not your personal full name, but Peter's full names must be written here. Peter's residential address must be written here. Peter's email address must be written there. And then telephone number, age. When it comes to gender, male or female, underline the appropriate option. Take note, if the instruction was delete the appropriate option, that means in this case you were supposed to, or we're going to delete female and leave out male, which means we delete female and then we know that Peter is a male, then that could be the correct one. If the instruction was to delete the appropriate option. But in this case, we are only asked to underline the appropriate option. That means in this case, you need now to underline male, because we know that Peter is a male, so you underline male. But if it was delete as appropriate, that means we could now have deleted female, leaving out male, which is the correct choice. Tick the appropriate box. How would you like to enter? So which means you don't have to tick in both boxes. You only need to choose one box that you must tick. But don't just choose. You need to make use of the information that you are given above to see or to find out if Peter is entering the competition as a group or is entering the competition in form of solo. So you need now to find this information from the text that you are given above. That's why you must read that information, understand it, and then you complete the form. Category to be entered for, underline the correct answer, whether it's love songs, hip hop, R&B, or classic. And again, you need to do what? You need to underline. Other category interested in, please encircle your choice, whether it's jazz, instrumental, or kwaito, the same apply. Musical instruments you play, keyboard, electrical guitar, or drums. You need again to tick the appropriate boxes. Now here they are saying, section B, they are saying tick the appropriate box, which means only one. But in this case, where they are saying tick the appropriate boxes, that means amongst the three, keyboard, electrical guitar, and drums, you need to choose two. You need to tick two boxes. But you can only do that with the correct information that you are given in the text above. The same apply. Method of payment, please underline your choice. When you read that information which you are given, is Peter going to pay using credit card or check or cash? Again, you must make use of the information. Then from there, you underline. Section C, additional information. Apart from your love for music, write a sentence explaining why you would like to enter the competition. So in this case, you need now to make use of I, no he, no she. It's because you are in that particular person's shoes to complete this form. And who is that particular person? In this case, we're talking about Peter. So you are Peter in this case, and then you must make use of I. So basically, that's what you need to take into consideration. So like I said earlier on, you need to read the information that you are given, ensure that the email address is written in small letter, make use of I when you are explaining something. And then you need also to, you must be able to adhere to the instructions. So in short, this is what I wanted to share with you in this tutorial video about form filling. So it's very important that you adhere to the instructions and then you do the right thing with the information that you are provided. Thank you very much for watching, and I would like you still to continue subscribing to this tutorial video so that you can be getting a lot of tutorial videos based on different aspects of English. Thank you very much.